Yo, yo, yo. G Money is back in the building. I got paid vacation and I'm back. Let's go.
Drawing the keys on this shit now.
Hold the applause, hold the applause. Yeah. Lights out down here. We got hit by airplane and power lines. So, still working on electricity here. Everybody's safe, so we're all good, Mo County. All right. It's the ManCave Sports Podcast with your boy G back in the building. Oh, lights on. Oh, too bad. Hey, what's up, Jay? How you doing today?
What's happening with you, Brody? Hey, I'm chilling, man. I can't complain, man. All is good, baby, bro. I'm over here living life, feeling good. Yeah, y'all had a meme. Y'all had planes knocking out power towers and shit, man. Like, woo, it's been tough over there, bro. It's been tough.
You that old? You should not be driving an airplane like that. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's crazy, man. And they was stuck in the plane for like 7, 8, 9 hours or something, I heard, man.
Yeah, it got dangerous for them. They had to go to the hospital and stuff. But hey, you are tuned into the ManCave Sports Podcast, hosted by 613 Faye Productions. Find us on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, YouTube. We got Facebook group also. We're going to get into one of their topics that came up. Where we find you, Jay?
Hey, y'all can find me at Jay Jones on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the above, man. I'm there talking my stuff. Come holler at me, man.
That's what's up. You can find me at G Money Caveman on Twitter. How's your week been though?
Man, it's been good, man. It's been good, man. I can't complain, man. We had a big game Saturday, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? Smoking on that Buck Eye pack over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can't complain. Yeah, man. Hey, man. How was your holiday, bro? I ain't get to.
I know. I miss y'all. We had technical difficulties on my end that weekend. I apologize. I'm back. I didn't have to break a laptop. Ugh. I got one on Black Friday to replace the one I broke. So we're good. We're good.
There you go, baby. There you go, man. I'm happy you here, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Marshall Soul, man, who came through with, you know what I'm saying, last week as well, man. But the dynamic duel is back, G and J. So, hey.
No replacements. No replacements, man. I don't get replaced that quarterback on Turkey Bowl either. So, I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, sir.
I won my Turkey Bowl again, so it was nice. I hit my man from back in the day, 50 grand. Best man, saved food for a game-winning touchdown pass, and he had to hit the gritty on the way out.
Hey,
you ever see a 6'5", 300+ man do the gritty?
Nah, I don't think so. Not in person. Nah, not at all.
It might have been less than good than the Mike Gesicki attempts out there. That's for sure.
I was gonna say that's the closest I've seen, and that's unseasoned right there, man. That joint is terrible.
So, but yeah, let's get on these topics. We going off the break. College football rankings, college football playoffs. What you think? What you think about that? For those that don't know, college football playoffs, you the 4 teams in the best in the nation, and they're taken out for playoffs. Right now, we got Georgia, we got Jay's team, Michigan, we got TCU Horned Frogs in there, and leapfrogging. Crazy ass weekend. USC hops in there, number 4. And then we got Ohio State, Alabama, Penn State, Tennessee. But we can talk about that. What do you think about the rankings? You agree with them?
Hey man, yeah, man. I agree with them, man. I think it's gonna be good, man. It's something new. You don't have the regular teams in there. Ohio State, Alabama. You got different breeds in there. Georgia's still in there, which is still they still tough. You know what I'm saying? You can't overlook Georgia at all. But it's not set yet. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing about it. It's not set yet. It's championship week. You got some teams, TCU, they should be in, but you can never be safe with the committee. So they need to win. And they got Kansas State, and then you got USC, who's got Utah. And for those who don't know, Utah has already beat USC earlier this year in a crazy ass game. They beat them by 43-42. So if both teams win, the college playoffs is no drama. If one of the teams lose, you got a little bit of drama. If both teams lose, oh boy, you'll probably see Ohio State and Alabama back in there.
I was gonna say, you know who sneaks back in the back door? Them Roll Tide cats. Them Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. We in the playoffs. 2 losses. We're the only team with 2 losses ever to make the playoffs as many times as we do. Roll Tide.
Oh man, yeah,
That's what you're gonna hear from them. And you know what? I think it's gonna happen. I think so. It's gonna happen. One of those teams.
You think both teams gonna lose?
At least one, and it could make a big difference.
Man, like, I'm rooting for Caleb Caleb Williams, man. Like I told y'all before on one of the last episodes, he was one of my Heisman hopefuls, man. You know, he's still in the running, and he's a local cat. He's from DC, so I'm definitely, would like to see them get in, but they got a tough task in dealing with Utah, so it ain't gonna be easy.
Hey, we're talking about college football here. Your team, Michigan, y'all's #1 man got hurt, dude.
Smoking on that Buckeye pack, baby.
But your Heisman candidate, Corum, he's out.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, G.
That's scary, right?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was nervous when I seen him go on the field and he limped off. I said, oh shit, this is what we gonna do right now. Like, this is the game where all the games of the season, this is the game he gets hurt. And man, JJ McCarthy, I don't know if I said it on this podcast, but I was definitely talking to a few of my friends, and they was like, man, what y'all gonna do? I was like, JJ McCarthy's got to play damn near a perfect game, and he's got to get help. And he played a really good game, 3 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over. He made plays with his legs. Donovan Edwards took the lead and went home with the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a 75-yard touchdown, and then it came back with an 86-yard touchdown run. So, man, I was happy. We ain't beat them in the horseshoe since 2000, bro. So, hey, I love it, man. Yeah, I love it. I hate that Blake Corum is out, and I read today that he is out for the remainder of the season. Yeah. So that kind of dampers our chances.
Definitely out for the regular season. They say we'll see about the football players, but I mean, if you're Corum, what year is he?
I believe he's a junior.
So I mean, but hold on. Does he come out this year and not playing? If he's able to, does he still play?
Playoffs. I think he's. I mean, you don't ever want to put somebody's career in danger. You know, I
agree. But I mean, I feel like that a lot of more college football players are doing that, right? Don't you feel? When it comes bowl season. Junior. Okay, so does he come out this year? Because you come out as junior.
I mean, the year that he had, I mean, yeah, I would probably come. I mean, you could take the chance, right? And try to run it back next year. JJ McCarthy will still be there. It's still a young team. I know some pieces on defense will probably be leaving. You can try to run it back, but I mean, to duplicate, I mean, he's a Heisman candidate, at this point. Like, he's top 5, possible Heisman, you know what I'm saying? So
even if he's kind of healthy, but it could hurt again, I don't think he plays again, even Joe, because his stock is too high.
Yeah, I wouldn't play him, man. You got to protect him from himself, man. I'm sure he wants to be out there as best as he can. to show that he can, that he's to show that he's that guy. But like, nah, man, just protect yourself. And if that's what you choose to do, go to the NFL draft, protect yourself. Even if you don't, just protect yourself for next year or the NFL draft, whatever you do. But I hate to see him go down, man, because I definitely wanted to see him get a chance to, get that Heisman. But beating Ohio State, going up there, you know what I'm saying, going in their refrigerator, eating their food. Yeah, that shit felt good, man. That's I ain't gonna lie, man. You know the last time we beat them, right? 2000. Do you know who our quarterback was?
2000. Shit.
I know.
I cannot call that one.
It was Drew Henson and Tom Brady, bruh. And Tom Brady, they were splitting snaps, bruh. Like
I was gonna say Brady. I was like, nah, he might have been older than that. I was thinking.
Nah, man. That's the last time we beat them.
Damn.
38-26, November 18th, 2000. They were ranked. Michigan was ranked 19th and Ohio State was 13th.
Yeah, that's classic right there. That's classic. Way to pull that out. Way to pull that out there, Jay.
Yeah, man.
Somebody we talking about going down and not coming back up. Ryan Day. God, he's the blunt end of this. So you're gonna enjoy this topic. Again, we get to bring up the Michigan team here.
Ohio State, keep Ryan Day. Keep Ryan Day, bro. Like, I am an avid for Ryan Day. Nah, man.
So
it's crazy.
He's taking a lot of heat right now.
Yeah, he is. He is. Part of the reason he's taking the heat is because he just hired a new defensive coordinator this year to stop, to make their defense, of course, better and to help stop Michigan, right? Because that's their biggest thing, right? That's the rival is regardless of who you lose to, like, you got to beat the rival. So he brought in a defensive coordinator, and the defensive coordinator got ran over by us this year. So he's taking some heat, as well as the decision making that went into some of the plays and the
play calling
that went on Saturday. Yeah, the play calling.
You're talking about pretty basic stuff. And he's one of the only head coaches that call the plays, like Lincoln Riley at USC, who's also. But like all the big time coaches, I mean, if you big time, why I need to call plays? Just man, it's the game, Nick Saban, Dabo Sweeney, your boy Harbaugh, Brian Kelly, all those teams that you hear in the college football playoffs.
There you go. But see, they mad because they wanted CJ Stroud to they wanted him to have the more control of the game than Ryan Day's play calling. So that's what I've heard from a lot of Ohio State fans. But Ryan Day has 2 losses to Michigan, which totals the amount Urban Meyer and Jim Trussell and Luke Fickell had in 18 seasons. So Ohio State is not used to losing to Michigan like this, especially back to back. So that's another thing. They're in an uncomfortable moment, and I fucking love it. I love it. They don't like this. They don't know what to do. This is something new. They've been kicking our ass for a minute. So yeah, but I who do you replace Ryan Day with? Ryan Day has a record of 45-5. Like, who do you replace him with?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It'd have to be somebody like within his system kind of joint, or some new up and coming young cat that everybody likes their system type joint. But yeah, I don't know who you bring in there for him. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they were chanting Urban Meyer, you know what I'm saying? Like after the game, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. You're probably like, hell yeah, bring that man back. Jesus.
Yeah, the Urban Meyer was 7-0 against us. So I definitely don't want to see him. Jim Trussell was 9-1, and Luke Fickell, who was the intern coach in 2011, was 0-1 against us. So nah, man. But I don't think Ryan Day is gone. I think it's just the in the moment kind of thing. Now, I will say, if we beat their ass next year, and we ain't just beating them, we beating their ass. Like we smoking them right now. So if we beat them next year, then I feel like he might be on the cusp of being, replaced.
Snip.
I would be surprised if they let him go this year.
All right. Speaking about coaches, we got We got another big name in the coaching discussion. Prime Time getting a coaching job, possibly to play in prime time games. That's what it is. Prime Time going to prime time, possibly leaving Jackson State.
Man.
I don't. What do you? I'll get on where I'm at later, but where do you see this happen? Do you think he's considering it? Do you think he's locked in, or what?
Listening to, from what I gathered and listening to some of his interviews, like he's always gonna like hear what they gotta say, right? Because I know he wants to get his coaching staff paid. Like that's one of the main things he wants to do. So he's always gonna like listen. So I think he'll listen to them. I don't think he'll go to Colorado in that particulars. I don't think he will, but it's a few other teams he mentioned that reached out to him. I think he will possibly go to maybe like Georgia Tech or possibly I know USF, University of Southern Florida, reached out to him. That's something he might look into going to as well. So he's gonna leave at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna leave at some point. It's just a matter of when. So you know, I don't want to see him leave the HBCU right this second, but I'm not mad at him if he does leave because I know where his heart is and what he wants to accomplish. So you know, we gotta get ready for it. If it doesn't happen this year, it's probably gonna happen next year. Both of his kids are sophomores. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, after next year, if they decide to go into the draft or whatever, he may decide to go elsewhere. But, you know, who knows? You know, it all depends what they offering Coach Prime, man. You know,
So that offer is a big thing. Speaking about his kids, do you think that's part of the offer that Colorado would throw in there for him? Like, look, you come here and you know your kids are starting for us here too. Like, is that part of his deal probably to one of these big schools?
I think they do throw that out there, and I don't think it's just because it's his kids, but I think it's because his kids are good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying
it's better than it's better than like you know your kids will probably be starters in our system. You know when you get here, so. I'm sure they're doing everything they possibly can. I'm sure that there's talks of that, like, hey, yeah, you know, your kids can finish here at Colorado. You know what I'm saying, like that. So, but you know, I'm sure
goes way up. Stock goes way up, right? If they're winning there.
Yeah, and I'm not even mad at Colorado, right? Like the Pac-12, like you know what I'm saying. The conference is in some challenging moments right now. We don't know where they're gonna go as far as merging with other conferences. They're no longer going to merge with the Big 12 conference. So the ACC is trying to merge with them. So, you know, the conference Pac-12 as a whole is kind of in shambles. So if you bring Prime Time and you bring, you know, Shador and Shiloh over there, you know, and start getting that you know, that spotlight, you know, the Pac-12, he could kind of bring a little life back to the Pac-12 for a moment. So I'm not mad at Colorado. They see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on, and hey, they need help. And who better to help than Coach Prime?
Yep. Hey, so. I like you said, I don't see Coach Prime staying at Jackson State forever, but I don't see him taking Colorado's job either personally. I feel like it's too soon for what he's building over there. And if he does, he has so many people on his ass. So many people on his ass. But I do think if Florida State calls him or something like that, some SEC school or something, he's going to one of those schools at some point. And that's what he's holding out for. And bring the story with him. Let's rock.
I don't even think it'll be an SEC team. I think like University of Southern Florida, like that's a potential team. Like he's from Fort Myers, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got ties in Florida. That could be a team. You know, like I would, you know, Cincinnati has a coaching vacancy open, and that, you know, that mob is real nice. You know, I don't think he'll go there, but that's a good squad to go to, coaching wise. Georgia Tech has a coaching position open. We all know he played football and baseball in Atlanta. So Coach Prime, wherever he goes, I think he's going to be kind of like close in that area. I don't see him going out west, but I do see him staying a little bit closer to home, like you said, like in that southern region. So, but we're going to see though, man. Coach, they smart. They know who to go. Like our team and our following and all of that is doing bad. Why not get Coach Prime to save the day? Pay him some good bread, pay his coaching staff, bring his kids along too. And it's crazy because somebody brought up, I don't know if you've seen a press conference, but somebody was like, hey, if you do leave, is Shador going with you? And he was like, he kind of like laughed it off and was like, that's a good question. Like, do you have kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of made a little hint at it. So, if y'all haven't seen that interview, go ahead and check it out. But somebody did ask him that question though.
It's definitely a legit question because that's part of my contract. If I'm going nowhere, man, shoot. Speak about contracts. Some coaches' contracts got cut up, and they're done for World Cup. We're talking about World Cup here. Mexico coach, he's no longer the coach after this cup. This is the kind of intense tournament that gets coaches fired. Not just from like single games. Like this is one of the most biggest stages in the world, pretty much. The FIFA World Cup. How you think have you been watching it? Have you been catching any games?
I've been I was watching Belgium today, man. That shit hurt my heart, man. I'm a Romelu Lukaku fan from Belgium, man. He got in the game. Yeah. Hey, that's his name, man. But hey, I understand. But he got in the game, man, and he had like 3 or 4 opportunities to score, and he didn't score, and they lost, and then they're out, and that was a team that a lot of people thought could go pretty far in this tournament, and they're out. I've been trying to watch a little bit of France. I caught some of the US game the other day. So I've been trying to keep my ears and eyes to the streets and kind of keep an eye on what's going on. I haven't watched it as much as I would like to, but like I've been watching. I think Spain lost today, but I think they didn't play their players.
Yeah, they lost to Japan, and Japan won that group. That was one of the biggest upset surprise teams.
Hey, Marshall, they go your Japan team, baby. They go your Japan team, Marshall.
They coming through. They coming through. That's one of the surprises when that could come back to bite Spain. I thought Spain might be doing some little like, hey, we don't want Germany in, so if we lose here, we're good.
Yeah, man. But did they see? I didn't see the Spain game, and I know France did the same thing. I know France played somebody the other day, and they didn't play many of their starters. They sat a few of them, so I didn't know if Spain did that because they already knew they were advancing. So
yeah.
I don't know if they started their players or not.
You definitely, they didn't start all their players.
Yeah,
but you definitely like France. You Mbappe didn't play that last game, I want to say. So when you automatically in, it's like whatever. And if you're good, it don't matter because Spain put up 7 goals first game, and it was like, okay, we here. This is what we do.
We in the building. Yeah.
we can coast. We know what we about. Y'all see what we can do out here. We good. Yeah. It don't matter who you put us up against type thing. So
hey,
USA in the knockout stage. Oh
shit. They got Netherlands. They got
playing Netherlands first round. It's gonna be tough. What do you think about it? Does US got a chance?
I think you always got a chance, man. I think they got a chance. I definitely do. I haven't seen Netherlands play so far in this tournament, so I'm not sure who, you know what I'm saying? I know they're good because they're here, but I feel like I'm not gonna just write off USA. Like certain teams, you like, oh yeah, I know that they're gonna do what they do. But I think the USA got a good shot. I think they got some momentum. They got a lot of fans out there in Qatar that are cheering them on, so that gives them the confidence to go out there and try to make something happen. So I definitely think they got a chance.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they can get this one. I think they can get this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the U.S. looking at the brackets. Only tough thing is, so if U.S. wins, they're playing the winner of Argentina, Australia, and Argentina. That's a tough out right there.
That's one of them teams. But hey, we saw Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. That's what I'm saying. Like anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I mean, hey, it's possible, man. I like Morocco, man. I don't know if you got a chance to watch Morocco, but Morocco is a team that like is that underdog kind of like Cinderella team. Like they don't have a lot of, they're not a overwhelmingly popular team, I should say. Right. And I like Morocco. They not to say that they play harder than anybody else, but I for some reason I feel like they're gonna be like a Cinderella team in the World Cup this year.
Well, they got Spain. They got Spain this first round, so we're gonna see what Spain talk about for real. This just see what that like. Then we got France and Poland. That's gonna be a good one. Yeah. In England and Senegal, I got Senegal taking that one. I was calling them earlier. I'm gonna stick with them here, but then you're gonna have France the second round, so it's gonna be tough. But I like the U.S.'s route. The U.S. can get there. The only problem is Brazil will be in our bracket, most likely, and that's going to be
Argentina and Brazil.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's going to be rough right there. Unless Switzerland does something crazy and Brazil loses, that's the only thing that could happen, pretty much. But
right. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's pretty locked right there.
But hey, it like all the tournaments, like NCAA tournament, like March Madness, like man, we see it all the time. Teams take an L,
make a run. US hasn't lost. They just gave up one goal pretty much. So they need offense. They're not putting any goals in the fucking net. That's the problem. Pulisic scores that one goal. They got plenty of opportunities, but the ball's not going to the back of the net.
Damn it, son. But yeah, that's what you're gonna need to beat a lot of these other teams, because they're putting up 2 and 3 goals a game. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta score multiple goals at one point. Maybe this is the round where it clicks, right? Maybe this is where it happens. So
I talked to a couple soccer cats. Go ahead.
I was gonna tell you. But speaking of somebody who didn't score no goals, you want to know who didn't score no goals?
Who?
The city, the country that hosted the whole World Cup, Qatar. Those motherfuckers, they scored at all. They scored 1 goal, bro. They scored 0 points, bro. 0 points.
Hey, Netherlands was in their group, so that looks good for us. It could be it's good for us.
Man, I'm gonna just drop these quick little facts about Qatar right quick, if you don't mind. So Qatar was the first nation or host to ever be knocked out without scoring a point within the 3 games within their matches, and then they became the first host nation to lose all 3 group games. And then they were the first nation to go home the quickest. They went home within 5 days. That's how fast they went home. Like they was in and they was out. You blink, they was gone. Oh. And do you know how much money they spent on the World Cup, like for their team to be good? They spent $360 billion for the World Cup to score no points and to be gone within 5 days.
That's rough. Hey, I think they did score 1 goal.
Against Senegal, they scored 3-1.
Yeah.
But it didn't equal
Mohamed
no points
Qatar.
because they gave up 6 or 7 goals. So
Yeah, they got mollywopped. They did. Everybody, thanks for coming to our house. Enjoy the facilities. We'll just be around just watching y'all.
and they couldn't even get drunk in the stands because they're not allowing beer in the stadiums.
That's crazy. It's crazy. How do you not allow alcohol at sporting events? I feel like, I guess it's for the safety. It's for the safety of the fans. For the safety of the fans, because we got some NFL fans that crazy here. World Cup fans, they crazy. They're crazy. So I guess I see where they're coming from, possibly, but
G, I believe, and I gotta do further research, a little bit more research on it. But I was reading, but I think they had struck a deal with Budweiser, and then they pulled out at the last minute. So I believe they had a deal, and then at the last minute, it kind of like they pulled out of it. So Qatar fans had to watch their team sober get their ass, get their ass.
That's one fan. You should be able to show your country club. Like, okay, you from there, you can drink. We ain't worried about you.
So, hey, man. Damn, man. Oh, man. I thought that was crazy. I was like, damn, man, that sucks, bro. Like, that's terrible, man. But what was your soccer friend saying, though, man? I cut you off. You was saying you spoke to your friends.
I like that rant. I like that rant, man. But no, he was talking about how the US, we got players that aren't even playing right now, and we're not scoring goals. So maybe switch things up, put people in where they haven't been playing. He got a young cat, Reyna. He's played like 16 minutes, they told me. And he's up and coming young cat. So like give the kid some work, see what he can do.
Burn. Man, let him burn. Yeah, man. That's what you gotta do,
make
man.
Something happen. Put people in that's gonna make something happen. That's what I'm saying.
In a position to do their thing. Yeah, man. That's what you gotta do.
Speaking of making something happen, somebody makes happen a lot on the field, off the field, with the ladies. Cristiano Ronaldo, man, you know,
hey,
he's the man. He's the man.
Hey,
he scores another goal for the fifth different World Cup. That's over 20 years of I'm gonna get what I gotta get because that's what I do, and I'm that fucking good. Over 20 years. This is like Tom Brady-esque, I guess, kind of for NFL stature or whatever.
Yeah, he's
definitely been doing it longer,
guy, man. Yeah, man. He's been doing his thing, man. He actually scored the goal to give him the to have him. What can I say? He scored that goal on opening night against Ghana on a penalty shot, I believe, on the 65th minute for him to get that record. And as it's crazy though, because as he broke that record, he was parting ways with his premier team. Like he plays in the premier team, Premier League. So he's parting ways with Manchester United because, you know, he blasted the team. He was talking shit about the coach and the team. So as he was setting, you know, making history, he's also, you know, no longer on his team when he comes. Yeah. So everybody's trying to figure out where he's gonna go, but it was definitely a good moment to watch. He enjoyed it. You know, he said it was even better because they won. So
they've been winning. They're gonna be in. They're gonna be moving on. So I guess this is Cristiano Ronaldo's world tryout tour right now. Like, hey, y'all want me? I'm gonna show what y'all still do out here. Somebody better pay me that money.
Oh, he gonna get it. He gonna get the bread just because he gonna, you know, sell tickets wherever he goes. People gonna want to watch him for his name and his talent, of course. So, but definitely, yeah. So I realized he was the first male player to score a goal in 5 World Cups. I'm gonna drop a little fact real quick. So the first ever female to do it was a lady named Marta Verde Silva from the Brazilian team. She scored a goal in 5 World Cups. Back in she scored the last goal in 2019 in that World Cup, which she broke the record during that period of time. So she's a legend in Brazil. I believe she still holds the record for most goals in a World Cup, like in the World Cup history. With she still holds the most goal. I think it's 17. So she holds the World Cup goal history with 17 goals in a World Cup. And total, like she scored 115 goals for her country of Brazil. So Marta Vera da Silva, look her up on YouTube. She's a beast. She's the first player, male or female, to score a goal in multiple World Cups. So just wanted to drop that little knowledge and fact on there for y'all, you know what I'm saying, real quick. Getting in my bag like G, trying to give y'all those stats and facts, you know what I'm saying? So,
Hey.
but yeah, so shout out to both of them, for putting on. So yeah. So but
Jay putting on them numbers out there. He's showing y'all what to do, showing y'all the way.
Going in my G bag. Going in my G bag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got two other groups playing tomorrow. We got Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, Serbia. Brazil and Switzerland probably get in. Portugal, Ghana are the next two. That will probably wrap it up, I think. And then
and then they go to the knockout round.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for that, man. I can't wait.
It's intense. I've been trying to gamble a little bit on the side, on this stuff, man. All these sports apps. I'm betting on anything right now. A lot of World Cup action.
But you know what's crazy though? Like, so the other day I looked at the app, like, what was it, yesterday? You couldn't really make no money off the World Cup games. I guess because the teams were favored, like they weren't the underdogs. Like there was no underdog, so you really couldn't make no bread off the World Cup teams. Like you had to spend more to win less.
That's so you got a same game parlay this thing. You got to look at all these little stats. I had corner kicks. I had people getting first shots on goals. Oh, I was parlaying these things. I was like, yo. They're having less than 5 corners for this whole game, and some of them joints was hitting for me. I'm definitely I'm up on the season right now with all this new free betting in Maryland. If y'all don't know,
hey man, Bet MGM, man, FanDuel, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
we need a sponsor.
CTC, baby, CTC, man. Go ahead, cut that thing, cut that check, baby.
I send my referral code to anybody. We each get $100. Let's go. FanDuel sponsored.
There you go. That's what's up. Yeah, man. This the time right now. You got all sports going on right now. A lot of sports, not all, but this is the time right now. Woo! Have you hit for anything? Like, have you hit?
I've hit for about between 100 to 200 for a couple times, but I haven't hit no major paydays. Like I've missed out. Y'all would have heard this last week, and I would have ranted. Baltimore Ravens Jacksonville game last week. Baltimore's up by 10 with like 5 minutes. I got my $50 free bet on MGM for $1,200, and don't even talk to me, Baltimore fans. Y'all dead to me.
Damn.
Oh, y'all.
You know what?
That recaps my week 12.
I actually felt Jacksonville was going to win that game. I saw the spread. It didn't look right to me. It didn't look right. Baltimore was coming off the bye, and they was only favored by 3, I think 3.5. I was like, nah, that don't look right. And damn, I didn't think they was gonna lose it like that though. But they took that L, man. That was bad. Well, I guess shit. Since we talking week 12, that
was Trevor Lawrence. What you think about
Trevor Lawrence? I think Trevor Lawrence is trending in the right direction. Of course, the coach matters, right? He had Urban Meyer, which
as
really
long as you don't go back to Ohio State, Jay says you're okay with him.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, keep dancing with the youngest in the club and just don't go back to Ohio State. Leave Ryan Day, let him be. But Trevor Lawrence, he's on the right track. He like Justin Fields. I think we spoke about Justin Fields a week or two ago. Like he's growing. He's doing the right things. He's growing right in front of our eyes, man. Like he led Jacksonville down, got the game-winning touchdown. He's doing the right things. I think Jacksonville can be a really sneaky good team, especially next year when they get Calvin Ridley. You know what I'm saying? Christian Kirk is balling out. He's doing his thing. You got Travis Etienne over there. So they got some pieces, and Trevor Lawrence is taking the right steps in the right direction. Like they can be a sneaky good team next year.
Dude,
But
that was one of the
I like
teams
what I see from
I
him.
think we talked about early in the season. We said that they could be a sleeper, and like you said, Trevor Lawrence is dealing. He's like, I thought he was going to be good in the NFL. He hasn't been that great, but he hasn't been terrible either. Where they haven't like took the ball away from him. He's starting to deal. He's getting some weapons around him. You're gonna see what this kid can do. Sunshine out there, sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah. He definitely looked like him. He definitely looked like Sunshine. But like he's you know, even though he's in my division, but he's one of those guys. Like as I watch him now, I'm like, damn, they might be. He's getting pieces and he's learning on the fly. He's got a good coaching staff and Doug Peterson with him. You know what I'm saying? Like they moving in the right direction, man. Shout out. I don't really want to shout them out, but yeah, they moving in the right direction.
That
I ain't gonna get a little too
opposite of sunshine must be some gloomy, terrible day. And those are the kind of days Aaron Rodgers been having sometimes this season. So he's hurt. Does he even come back? Like they said, if he's healthy, he'll play. But
he's so petty because they're playing the Bears. He'll come back and play the Bears and then just probably sit out the rest of the season. He doesn't need to come back, man. Like, dog, like just y'all are like 4-8. The team, like, just
get to see what you got with Jordan Love. What if Jordan Love goes out there and he just balls? Like, then they're like, yo.
But you know, it's crazy because I think November 28th to 29th was the same day when Brett Favre got hurt and Aaron Rodgers came in, or it was the first game that Aaron Rodgers played, I think a primetime game. So right around the time that Aaron Rodgers just got hurt, now it could be Jordan Love's turn, like you said. And I just think you just need to see what you got with Jordan Love. I mean, he came in the game dealing, you know what I'm saying? He kept him in the game.
Yeah, that's the best he's ever looked seeing him play in the NFL, and he hasn't looked good
at all.
No,
but you got to see what you got, man. And this is the time. You got about 6-7 games left. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. You're not going nowhere. Minnesota has a chance to clinch the division this week. Just sit out, man. Let them see, see what you got, man, and go from there. Like that's my advice for AR. Like we know what AR can do.
Yeah. So I know Christian Watson wants him out there, that's for sure, because he's balling. But we're gonna bring his name up later, definitely. But from one quarterback to another, we got Kyler Murray, little button heads with coach, I think, Cliff Kingsbury. I think they might be battling about like who looks better for their white for stuff too.
They gotta get, man. Kyler Murray beefing with Patrick Peterson. Man, Kyler Murray beefing with Patrick Peterson right now for what he said. Man, I don't know, man. Arizona, man, that's just one of them teams where it's just like you just don't know, man. It's hard to pinpoint one particular situation. Like part of it is play calling, part of it is execution, part of it. And then you know what's crazy? They have the Hard Knocks in season. I don't know if you watched it, but I haven't got into all of it. But they got the Hard Knocks featuring Arizona.
I know,
and it's just like
this. We can watch this unravel right before our eyes.
And it's like, man,
I hope they have all this stuff. Do they have it? Have you seen it? Do they have it?
They like. I think because they started filming like mid-season.
Yeah.
So I think they started when D-Hop, I think maybe around the time D-Hop came back or shortly after he came back, like when him and Kyler Murray was like, it looked like they were kind of going at it on the sideline. I think they got that episode and moving forward on.
And I hope if we have this stuff, this would be some like great fucking stuff.
Yeah. And see,
I don't
know if this
right there.
Yeah, I don't, but last year they had Indianapolis on Hard Knocks and they was shitty in the middle of the season too. So I don't know if this is like a Hard Knock jinx or not, but I don't know what's going on with Arizona, man. Like they got a lot of injuries. Kyler was out for a few games with a hamstring injury. Marquise Hollywood is out.
Yeah.
But I do
They
think
don't buy this week, so they got a lot of time to think about
good.
it.
Yeah, they need it. And Cliff Kingsbury, his seat should be getting a little warm. I know they gave him the extension, man, but
Yeah, he just
bruh,
gave the extension type joint.
yeah, it's getting a little warm, bruh. It's getting a little warm.
Yep.
But I don't know, man.
Speaking
I
about
don't
getting
know.
warm. Speaking about getting warm, actually, like not even warm. He's like on fire, on fire. Mike White for the New York Jets comes in after the quarterback Zach Wilson throws for 70 yards. Says
Not my fault.
says on live TV, yeah. Hey, do you think you could have done something better for your team? Nah, it's not. It's not on me.
Not on me. I don't fuck
That's
y'all
not
talking
me.
about.
Comes out in balls. Do we have a Tyler Haneke impersonation over there in New York Jets right now? Tyler Haneke impersonation going on there.
I don't know, but the way that they looked against the Bears is how I envisioned the Jets being this year. Like I thought that they were going to be what we saw against the Chicago Bears. Like they looked unstoppable. I don't want to say unstoppable, but they were moving the ball at will. And I get it. It's the Chicago Bears. Don't get me wrong. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we expected. I think that's what Jets fans expected. Like fantasy football, we'll get into it. I expected that. Like even Elijah Moore, you know what I'm saying? He was talking about leaving. He got a touchdown pass. And Garrett Wilson, the rookie from Ohio State, he caught multiple touchdown passes. Right. So, you know, I don't know how long this lasts. They got Minnesota this week. So
I mean, this ain't the first time another quarterback has came in and made that offense look spectacular. Joe Flacco in the beginning was averaging like 40 a game.
Cooking, yeah.
They were out there competing, and their defense wasn't playing that great then, but the offense was slinging it. He was on fire out there. So
yeah,
let's see. Zach Wilson might be under the hot seat.
So that's what I was gonna say. Do you think Zach Wilson gets his job back this year? Like,
he better hope so, and he better perform because he's gonna be that leash is getting shorter. They say that he's still the quarterback type talk around there. They haven't switched up their mind thinking about who's the starter. But you give Mike White another try at this. Yeah, like I said, Tyler Heineke 2.0 out here.
If they beat, I'm gonna tell you like this: they beat Minnesota in Minnesota. Zach Wilson might not see the field again this year. Like I mean, Minnesota's only favored by 3, which means they think it's gonna be somewhat close. But if I put it like this: even if the Jets don't win, but if Mike White puts up the numbers, like, and doesn't turn the ball over, if he doesn't lose the game, I still think that it's going to be hard for Zach Wilson to get his job back. Zach Wilson will probably, do some MILF shit, be smashing,
Hey, that's the one thing he's known for. He's known for making some MILFs out there, hot ones.
Yeah. So just be careful, Mike. Keep your
lady around. Hey, speaking about banging MILFs, we got another Broncos quarterback, Russell Wilson, right?
Oh man, Jesus Christ!
Oh
man,
Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson. There's a little frustration over in Denver, and I share that frustration, Denver fans. I have Russell Wilson on my fantasy team. I traded for Russell Wilson even. Somebody hit me, slapped me. I ran through a wall pretty much, and I saw it coming. What the fuck, Russell Wilson?
I told you in our draft. I told y'all. I said, man, I'm staying away from Russ because I had Russ last year, and Russ kind of messed me over. Not to say that he didn't play as bad as he's kind of playing in Denver. He was hurt and things like that. He just wasn't putting up numbers. This year, it's just bad, man. I'm not giving up on Russ. I do think that he's going through a challenging time. His situation, and I think Denver looked at the situation kind of like Tampa Bay looked at Tom Brady and the Rams looked at Stafford. I think they felt that Russell was the only piece that they needed to get to the Super Bowl, but they needed more pieces. And then they got a new coach. Like they don't even have like a proven coach. You know what I'm saying? Like
Coaches at every new
right.
coach.
So Matt Stafford had Sean McVay. You know what I'm saying? He's making a name for himself or made a name for himself, been in the Super Bowl, things of that nature. And Tom Brady had Bruce Arians. Russell had Nathaniel Hackett, who's a first-year coach, and a new offensive coordinator. So it wasn't the same, but I do think I'm not giving up on Russ. I think Denver needs to go back. They need to look at what worked for Russell in Seattle, and they need to incorporate that into the following year. That needs to be incorporated heavily to put Russ in better successful situations to be successful. But yeah, his teammates right now, he hasn't earned their respect. You know what I'm saying? Like he from what I've seen, like they tired of all the little gimmicky shit that he's probably saying in the media, the let's ride shit and all that. They tired of it, man. Like just do your job at this point, man. Just do your job. So yeah.
That's something he has not done. Has not done his job at quarterback and won any games. That's for sure. And I thought, I was like, okay, Russell's gonna turn it around. Russell's gonna turn it around. And it has not turned around. This has been a downward spiral the whole season. The whole season. Speaking about downward spiral, tornado, hurricane, disaster stuff, we got the Washington Commanders with this. We probably find that wire metal stuff in some type of disaster area, just like, let's just make this into a memorial type joint. I mean, there's a lot of social media talk about how they could have done Sean Taylor number 21 RIP a lot better for his memorial type thing. What's your take on it? Was it good enough? Was it not good enough, or was it just straight failure?
Man, I was terribly disappointed, bro. Like terribly disappointed. I am no Commanders fan by far. I was a huge Sean Taylor fan. Watched him at Miami and everything like that. And I'm just when they unveiled it, I was just like, what is this, man? Like I posted on Facebook, like they had to get that from like, it looked like a Dick's Sporting Good mannequin, bro. Like I know some people was tripping about the cleats and all that, bro. I didn't even care about all that. I like the wired arms, like like what are we doing? Yeah, like it just seemed like it was like a last minute scramble. And it was like, hey, let's do something for Sean Taylor. Oh, let's go do this. Like, how can somebody even be like, how did that even get presented to somebody to be like, yeah, that's it right there. Go ahead, let's invest. Like, who approved that? And somebody needs to be fired.
Yeah, it's definitely terrible.
That shit was bad.
It looked like they got a Macy's like hanger or whatever. Those mannequins, Macy's and just like, just put his jersey on the chain. Get those
helmet.
Get those cleats from Dick's. I saw those cleats in Dick's Sporting Goods. Bring those over here. We throwing on them.
That shit was bad. But I will say this. I heard a clip, of Sean Taylor's daughter, and I believe she, she spoke positive about it. So if the family is fine with it, then I'm not gonna go too overboard. I'm gonna respect the family and not go too, not say much on it. But as a fan, for me personally, I was a little disappointed. But I don't want to like constantly go on a rant about it. But if the family's cool with it, then I'm gonna respect the wishes of the family.
I feel though, as a family though, you're not gonna be like, nah, we don't like this drink. I mean, shine of respect towards your family, and I'd be, if it's anybody I know in my family, anything, I'd be appreciative of whatever it is type joint. So like they're not gonna come down on it's I guess it's on us as the fans and the critiques out there, that we are critiques out here, more critiqueful about stuff. So I guess we had to make a big deal about it because that's what we do.
Now maybe behind closed doors, it's something totally. They probably, if they behind closed doors saying something,
he said all the right things on the camera. They all the right things on the camera.
Right.
Little separate group text. Yo, I had to say that shit on that fucking camera. I can't believe he fucking did this shit to.
Yeah, he's gotta go. He's gotta go. He's out. So I mean, they came. His daughter spoke publicly about it. So for what they said public wise, I'm gonna respect their wishes, and I'm not gonna go. But I was disappointed, terribly.
So that. Moving on, unless you any other recap stuff from last week.
Nah, man.
I mean, I didn't get to say it. I didn't get to say it. Turkey Bowl, baby. Thanksgiving Day, Cowboys. Yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. All right, week 30. Anything else?
Nah, a lot of the games last week was kind of shitty, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and Soul, man, we kind of spoke on some of the Thanksgiving games. Your game was one of the games we spoke on, but outside of Tennessee and Cincinnati, it really wasn't too many games that I was looking forward to. I kind of felt like Tennessee wasn't going to win, but I wasn't mad. I figured that it would have been too much like right for Michigan and Tennessee to win, so I took the Michigan win. But week 13.
Week 13. Week 13 is coming up. We got a couple big games, and we have a couple return people back in the building. I heard this one podcast they called Baltimore. The name that shall not be named. Deshaun Watson. We've talked about him so many times. Deshaun Watson comes back. First week back going against Texans. How do you feel about this?
I mean, it's good to finally be talking about football, Deshaun Watson, than all the other shit he had going on off the field. I mean, if that's even right to say, but I think Deshaun Watson will be okay. I think you're going to see the rust of Deshaun Watson. Like, he's not going to be what we remembered him as with the Texans. Like, I think it's going to take him a game or two.
What stats you predicted against the Texans? His first one.
That's gonna be his homecoming game. I think he'll get about 280 yards, probably 2 touchdowns, 1 pick.
All right. I think he's definitely over 250 for me. I think he's gonna have at least 3 total touchdowns, maybe 4. He's running one in, I think, too. I think he's gonna run one in as well. So
see, that's that bullshit. I got Nick Chubb. I need him to hand that shit off to Nick Chubb. I don't need you running. Go ahead. I'm sorry, G. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Nah, but yeah, I agree. I think Watson's gonna have a pretty good game back, but we will see. We will see. Any other week 13 games?
He's got some some of the ladies, the accusers, like coming to the game. I saw that shit too.
I saw that too. It's four of them are gonna be attending the game, and it's just like, yo, I don't know where the media gets this from, but yo, that's wild.
Yeah, I think I think it's a little bit more than 4. I think it's like 10 or 12, 10 of them. Yeah, it's 10 of them that are gonna be in the fan. Like, okay, I don't know. I don't know what the plan. I don't know. But we're gonna see what Deshaun Watson does.
Jay's taking the fifth. Jay's taking the fifth on this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like,
it's probably the safe route. Okay. It's probably the safe route. We're not getting fired on the days off.
So, like, in basketball, like, if you sit courtside, right? Like, the impact on the player, like when Kyrie had his situation going on, like they had the people sitting courtside. So it kind of throws your attention off a little bit more, right? But I don't know where these ladies are going to be sitting. I don't know how are they going to like affect them, or are they going to just kind of like protest? Like, I just was trying to figure it out, but I'm just going to leave it alone because I don't want to sound ignorant, or if I haven't already, I'm just move on. Go ahead, G.
Next topic. Quick.
I'll just read on it. I'll catch up on that.
I feel you. It is a touchy subject, that's for sure. Let's see
No
what
pun
happens.
intended.
Oh, we're terrible. So what's a big matchup? I mean, you got for the people that live around this way, Commanders going against the Giants. This is all teams in the NFC East are in the playoffs at this moment. Flexing on them, NFC East. Flexing on them.
And I think if you are the Giants, are they playing in New York this week?
They are playing.
Because
at New York. Yep, at New York.
So the next time I think it's shortly, because I think the Commanders got a bye after this week, and then they got the Giants again. So that next game, the gentleman who created the song, Left Hand Up, they supposed to be performing the song at the Giants game when they play here in DC. So that should be cool. But that game's gonna be, that's a huge game right there. That's a huge game right there. And
Heineke's riding his high horse right now still, and still winning. The team loves him. Carson Wentz is not coming back.
That day is
not
gone.
This season.
That train is gone, bro. Like that's it. And then even if Heineke does do bad, go with Sam Howell. I mean, me and Soul Man were talking about this last week, man. Like, I just don't think you can go back to Carson Wentz, man. I think at this point in time, like, if things don't work out, where for whatever reason, if the Commanders somehow are not able to get into the playoffs, they could go with Sam Howell. You know what I'm saying, and see what they got in him, because Carson Wentz isn't the future. We already know that. So just go ahead and move forward. So I don't see Carson Wentz being a starter no more in the NFL. He'll probably be a backup, which is not a bad role, but it's done for him as a starting quarterback in my eyes. I mean,
it'll be tough. It'll be tough, that's for sure. But I mean, hey, he's gonna sit the bench and get paid. That's for sure.
Get paid, yeah.
Any matchups you looking at? I got a couple more, but take turns. Give and go, pass back.
This might be a Super Bowl prediction right here. Miami and the 49ers. Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
That right there could be a Super Bowl. That right there might be the Super Bowl right there. I don't think I'm gonna say it no more times, but yeah. That should be a good one. I know a few of the players from Miami that they've been throwing jabs back and forth to the 49ers. They've been talking a little trash going back and forth, which makes the game a little bit more entertaining. So, but that's definitely a game that I'm looking forward to. The 49ers haven't allowed an opponent to score any points in the fourth quarter. So they've shut out the last 4 teams in the fourth quarter. So, of course, Miami's got that offense. So let's see. I think everybody's healthy on both sides. So it should be definitely an entertaining match. I'm looking forward to that game.
That's definitely going to be a big matchup. We got 49ers defense is legit, and you got the Dolphins with the offense that you need to be scared about and worried about. So that's definitely going to be entertaining for sure. I like that matchup a lot. I'm betting on that game, and I'm taking Dolphins. I take the money line. I take them with the spread, whatever. I'm taking Dolphins. That one.
That's gonna be a good one. I can't wait.
Another one I like what you said earlier. Jets and Vikings. These are 2 playoff teams. That's why we bring up the Jets. They're a playoff team right now. So I mean, we got to talk about
playoffs.
They're relevant. They are relevant. Jets taking on the Vikings in Minnesota. What you
I'm
think
looking forward
happens
to that
there?
too. I think Minnesota gets them. But I am looking forward to seeing that Justin Jefferson Sauce Gardner matchup. I think that's gonna be a good matchup. Obviously, everybody wants to Mike White set the world on fire last week, so everybody's seeing if he can duplicate it again. But that should be a good game. Minnesota has an opportunity to clinch the division if they can beat the Jets. So they got something to play for. If they can beat the Jets and the Lions lose or tie to Jacksonville, then Minnesota clinches the division. So it's definitely a good game. Both teams over 500, both playoff teams. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I got Minnesota. From what I've seen so far, I got Minnesota winning.
Okay. Yeah, this will be determined if that magic carpet ride is still flowing for them New York Jets out there. This will be a big one.
Yeah, this is a test on the road too.
Yeah. It's like, yo, your wife takes your diamond ring, engagement ring to the jeweler. Like, yo, is this real or is this like cubic zirconium joint? You know, it's a little bigger than I was expecting. You know?
Pause, but it's a little fugazi out there, Mike White. A little fugazi over there, baby. Them diamonds a little cloudy, baby.
So we gonna see if the Jets are for real this year, because I mean they're coming from a tough division, so they looking shiny. They're looking shiny.
So shiny.
You got any other matchups? Because I feel like there's one we got to talk about.
Of course.
We got to talk about one.
Tennessee and Philly.
Oh, that wasn't even the one I was talking about. Oh my gosh, we're not mind melding right now, Jay. We're not mind melding.
Okay, all right.
But no. Are you right?
Chiefs and the Bengals then.
Okay. See, there we go. But
the Chiefs and the Bengals, man.
Let's talk about Tennessee Eagles. You brought it up. You know, it's not a small game. It's not a small game. These are two playoff teams.
It's two playoff teams, but it's only a big deal because we traded AJ. To me, it's not. I mean, some Titan fans on my Twitter timeline, they have this like hate for AJ Brown, and they're like, you know, I'm like Vrabel. I think it's just a regular game. I get it. AJ Brown, he didn't choose to go to Philly. That's just where we traded him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have no rival with Philly or anything like that. It's just because AJ Brown's there. And I mean, you know, I think AJ will put up some decent numbers, but I believe we leave Philly with a W. I got some Philly fans that's been hitting me up talking shit, but you know, Tennessee, they look shitty against Cincy last week. These are kind of the games they normally come out and win. They look shitty, and then they're underdogs and they on the road. But it's only a big game because AJ Brown is the trade happened. That's all. Like, that's it.
So what you think AJ Brown puts up on y'all?
Pause. I think he'll have about 6 catches, maybe for about 90 yards. He'll have a touchdown.
Yeah,
as long as it's not a game-winning touchdown.
I got him putting up a big old game against y'all. I don't got him anywhere on fantasy, unfortunately, but I think he's gonna feed that big man.
Yes, but I mean, like, Philly's got so many other weapons. Like, I'm more worried about them containing Jalen Hurts than AJ Brown going off. Because when we played Patrick Mahomes, we couldn't contain the gaps, and Patrick Mahomes started running, and that's how they beat us. And Philly, they run them RPOs a lot more. So the defensive line, they got
a little bit.
Yeah, so they got to stay in their gaps. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that they're not overrunning and over pursuing, giving Jalen Hurts those opportunities to those lanes to run. So it's really huge on the defense to play their role. It's kind of like, you know, when we play Baltimore, like you got to make sure you contain your gaps, because as soon as you over pursue, he can be gone. So, but it's gonna be fun.
Go real quick.
Yeah, he showed it last week against Green Bay, and I mean, he had a couple of good runs, you know, wide open runs. So, you know, that's the only reason it's a big game, because of AJ Brown. I don't have no hate against AJ Brown. It's a business move, regardless if he wanted to leave or not. It's a business. I'm not mad at him. He's human. He deserved to get paid. Like, I'm not that attached to it like that. Like, I hate to see him gone, but fuck it. It is what it is.
Yep, I feel you. I've had some players traded too, and it is what it is. It sucks,
You
but
can't do
can't do nothing
it's the
about it.
game, it's the business, man. Like, and that's what I told people, like people are like, oh, Jalen Hurts is this guy, and Jalen Hurts, because you remember last year, coming into the season, they were like, before they traded for AJ Brown, they was like, oh, Jalen Hurts, he's on a bubble, and they got to see what he gonna
Oh yeah,
do.
he was on a
If he
hot
don't
seat.
do this,
They
he was on a
were
hot
worried about it.
seat. All you gotta do is, if you get him a playmaker, you're gonna see what he can do, and he's living up to that stature. So I mean, I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. I like AJ Brown. I like Devontae Smith. I mean, I got no ill will with Philly. They got a good squad over there, but I do believe we come out of Philly with a W and some cheesesteaks. So
I can definitely see that happening. I like Tennessee there too. And I'm pulling for y'all. Shit.
I know you are.
You know that. Give it
I know
to
you.
Henry.
Yeah.
Give it to Derrick Henry. I hope
Well,
I hope he tramples all over their defensive line and injures all of them almost.
well, if my man Todd Downing, he's got to get creative. Like, this is the time to get creative, because teams have figured out how to stop Derrick Henry. In the last 3 games, he hasn't really got off like he normally gets off. So pause. Yeah. So, you got to come up with something creative to get Derrick Henry in space and to be able to make plays. So this is the time he need to get in his bag. If you need to pull him a shot, get him some drink, whatever. Let's get creative. Let's go Philly. We in the icy whites. Let's go get this W and let's move on.
Yep. I feel you on that. So but like you said, we got one more game too. One more big game. We got the AFC Championship last game, right? AFC Championship from last year. Chiefs against the Bengals. And last season playoffs, the Bengals won. What does Patrick Mahomes have in store for this? What does him and Joe Burrow have in store for us?
Patrick Mahomes made me really look at him a little differently that AFC game. He came out looking like something had happened at halftime that shouldn't have happened. Like, he looked good in the first half, then he came out in the second half and looked real suspect. I was like, who is this guy right here? This number 15 guy. But I think Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, man, I got to give him credit, man. He's doing it without Jamar Chase. He didn't have Joe Mixon against us. I think Jamar Chase may play this week. I think he might play this week. I'm not sure about Joe Mixon, but it should be a good game. I think, you got again, it's another preview of possibly an AFC playoff game. So
definitely possibility. That's for sure.
Joe Burrow is showing that he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we forget about him, but when we talk about quarterbacks, I think sometimes we kind of like put Herbert over Burrow, and depending on your list, but Joe Burrow is that guy, and they legit, man. They're getting hot at the right time.
Oh yeah, he's been lighting up lately. That's for sure. But like you said, that last playoff game with Patrick Mahomes, I think that's where he got written off by so many people. And like y'all said, like we've said, it's Mahomes' year. Mahomes is still the man. And he still has his arm attached to his body, which is golden. So I think the Chiefs are gonna run through them, and we're gonna see what the Chiefs are really about. But we'll see. The Bengals got the firepower to keep up, and the Chiefs defense ain't playoff Chiefs defense right now. That's for sure.
Right, but you know what's crazy though? They put the Bengals. They played both teams that they played in the playoffs back to back, week to week. So they played us, they beat us in week, but they didn't play the Raiders, but they played Tennessee, and now they playing Kansas City, and that's the last 2 teams in the AFC they played, in the playoffs. So they on the revenge. Well, they ain't on the revenge tour because they beat both of us. So but I found that interesting. But hey, it should be fun to watch. It's a lot going on, man. You got World Cup. You got all these great football games going on, man. Shit.
Good time to be watching sports. That's for sure. Man. Hey.
Oh.
What?
The Eagles can clinch too. I know you don't want to hear that. The Eagles can clinch too. They can clinch with a win against us, a Commanders loss, a 49ers loss, and a Seahawks loss. So keep your eyes open for that too.
A lot of the losses that need to happen for that to happen. So hopefully it won't
That's
happen
true.
yet. Hopefully it won't happen yet.
They gotta win first. That's number one. So yeah.
So we got new section to the show. We got some interaction from the Facebook group. One of the guys, he's in our fantasy football league also. So he's been a fan of the show for a little bit. Shout out to you, my man. We love you. Thank you for listening. But
not for beating me though.
Hey, I'm playing you this week. Go ahead, sit everybody. Oh, I should have said that on the joint. I should have said that out loud.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey man, you gonna do your tip, your fantasy football, man?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got it. Right. Yeah. We get there. All right. But Elliot hit us up with a question. He said, "Yo, there was a little article. Draymond Green is still upset and wants his max deal for the Warriors. Do you think he gets paid? Is there drama? Does Draymond stay a Warrior after this season? What's it looking like? What's your take?
Draymond probably won't get a max deal, but I do think they're going to try to offer something to keep him for the length of Steph's contract. I think Steph's contract ends, I want to say 2026 or 2027. So I think they'll try to give him an extension like that, but I don't think it'll be a max deal. Golden State typically gives out the extension on deals. I think in the last year of the contract, like even Steph, they waited for him to become in the last year of his contract before they gave him that whopping $200 million extension. Draymond is an important piece, but he's definitely important. Steph wants him on the team. Steph wants to keep him around as best as he can. You don't ever want to get your star player mad, but I don't know if I would give him a max deal, Draymond. I don't know. I think he's going to be 33, 34. Or no. I think he's going to be 33. As young as
he used to be, that's for sure.
Yeah, and and the max deal is max extension is like 5 years. I mean, when you look at his numbers, he was drafted in 2012 with the 35 pick. He's got 4 NBA All-Star selections, 2 All-NBA selections, 7 All-Defensive selections. You look at his versatility, who he guarded last year in the playoffs. He guarded Jokic, he guarded Jaren Jackson, he guarded Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, and Robert Williams III. So he's very versatile. So you can put him anywhere on the court and he's going to be effective. But I just don't think between him getting older, the team getting older, I will probably just try to give him a 3-year extension, try to have him and Steph, try to have them all leave at the same time as best as possible and move on. And it doesn't help that, he smacked the shit out of Jordan Poole earlier this year. That didn't help neither.
Poole got an extension.
Right, and Jordan Poole got an extension. So I mean,
Jordan Poole got an extension. Andrew Wiggins got an extension. Draymond sitting there with an empty cup right now. It's like, yo, and now don't get me wrong, Draymond's cup ain't that empty or small. It's a big ass cup. He's got a big ass cup that he wants to fill up right now. He wants all your Kool-Aid and more. Like he's coming for everything, and the purple stuff, and that Sunny D, and the snacks in that joint. I want the max deal.
I think he's getting 25.8 million right now, and I think if they gave him the extension, he would be making like close to like between 160 and 180, 160, 180 million. You know what I'm saying? If not more.
Now, I've always been a fan of Draymond. He's like he always said, he's the heartbeat of Golden State, and he's been there doing his thing. And hey, props out to him. He's having a great season this year too. I mean, the numbers aren't explosive, but Draymond's Green numbers never were explosive. They've always been like They've always
Before
been.
they got KD, it was a little explosive.
Yeah, it was better. It was definitely a lot better. Definitely a lot better.
Yeah.
It was almost a triple double. But I mean, he's averaging 9, 6, and 7. In my eyes, that's close to a triple double every night. You know, it's close to triple double. It's not a big triple double, but it's everything, and that's what Draymond Green brings. I agree with you.
Yeah.
He ain't getting. They're not gonna pay him max contract. There's no way they pay him max contract.
Nah.
But I don't think there's any way they let him go either. Like if you let Draymond
they're
go,
gonna.
it's gonna that's gonna be a shock.
And he's talking about like, yeah, you know, I might have to start exploring, going other places, like going to the Lakers. That's one team you don't need to go to. They don't need you in LA. They already got enough problems over there in LA. Anywhere else you go, you're not gonna have the 2 greatest shooters of all time. So you're not gonna. You may have the impact, but it's just not gonna be the same. So I think Golden State, like I said, I think we both said it. They should continue to offer him something, but that max deal, I don't see that, bro. I'd be surprised.
I agree with that. I don't think he gets no max deal, but he definitely gets signed by them. They don't let that kind of guy go. Just the history there too. It won't be a good look for Golden State. So thanks for the shout out. If y'all got any other questions or topics y'all want us to bring up on the show, ever, hit us up on Facebook group, the group profile, Thee ManCave Sports Podcast. You can search 613 Faye Productions, all that good stuff. You will find us on there. All right. Now, let's talk money. Let's talk fantasy. Let's talk bets. Let's talk gambling, degenerate stuff going on here.
Money.
What's your fantasy squad looking like, Jay?
Ah, man. Well, I'm under 500.
Okay.
I believe I'm 5 and with Elliott beating me last week. I believe I'm 5-7. I was in the 6th spot. I think I'm knocked out of the 6th spot if the playoffs started today. No, Elliott, I didn't play Elliott last week. I played Billy. I played a different person. But I believe I'm knocked out of the 6th spot, so I definitely need to win this week against you, since you're my opponent this week. I definitely need to beat you. And so I can still have a shot at this thing, man. Like, but it's not going the way I expected it to go. I put it like that. It's not.
Yep.
Not in this league.
I'm with you on this league. I actually don't play you this week. I'm playing Elliott this week.
Oh, okay.
You got Shantae. Shantae. Put it to him, Shantae. Shantae.
Oh, so it's personal now. So she got Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown too on her fantasy. Oh shit!
You're gonna feel it this week.
That's cool.
You're gonna feel it this week.
No sir. Pause. No sir. Not at all. I'm gonna get this W2. Yeah.
I'm in the back row. I'm in the back row of the league. I'm looking for my opening. I'm ready to just hop on it. I'm gonna hop on that 6th spot. I'm hoping. I got a back door entrance. Pause.
Fuck you, so man. I'm not losing. I know you trying to go ahead, G. See, throw that pause out there. Yeah, as long as Josh Jacobs doesn't go off like he did last week, bro. Like that motherfucker went off last week.
He had a game. He had a hell of a game. He had a walk off too. That was sick. That was a sick game.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man. Yeah, we I don't know how this happened, G. Like we both are under 500, bro. Like
yeah. For all those people that play fantasy football, it humbles you sometimes. It humbles you real quick sometimes. And I was not expecting to be under 500 in this league at all. I was extremely happy with my squad drafted, and they are underperforming. And that's some fantasy advice. Underperforming people, you got to replace people. Replace them quickly, as quick as you can.
But G, I'm gonna just tell you this. tell you this, G, and I love you, bro. Let's get rid of the tight end slot next year. Let's get rid of the tight end slot, bro. Like, if we could just put a flex or we could put the wide receiver, running back tight, I don't care. Man, I don't know about anybody else, but the tight ends have, if you ain't got Kelsey, bruh,
Hey,
it's a wrap.
In this league,
You got like 4 of them too.
I have the best tight ends other than Kelsey, and nobody wanted to offer me nothing major until I didn't time it right. But we had one person, Colin. Shout out to Colin. He traded with me. He was trying to trade with me. I didn't think the deadline was that night, so I didn't accept it. I should have took it. I was gonna get Christian Kirk for TJ Hawkinson because I got Hawkinson, I got Dalton Schultz, and I got Mark Andrews. I picked up Mark Andrews off the waiver in this league. Like,
really?
Yeah. Somebody dropped him. I picked him up. And I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna throw money on Mark Andrews. So
damn.
That's why I got three tight ends.
My squad is pretty good outside of the quarterback spot, man. And nobody wanted to give me. I tried to get Trey Lance, then Trey Lance got hurt. And I was trying to get somebody else, and I couldn't get no trades, man. Like, I feel like my team was pretty dope, man. But now Derrick Henry, the last
I trade for Justin Fields, and he don't play the first week I get him. Or the second week I get him or something.
Bullshit, man. And so now, but this is the thing. I got Trevor Lawrence, right? And I've been like real hesitant on playing him because I don't know which Jacksonville team is going to show up, right? Every time I don't play him, this motherfucker has a game. So I think I'm gonna have to put them in the forefront, man. I just hope we can just it's
gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna come down to the wire, and you know, I don't mean to call you up on national public television or nothing, you know, but Jay is one of those guys that still has not paid his due in fantasy football. Yeah. He still owes the league manager, the CEO of this joint, the entry fee. Don't be that guy if you're listening, fantasy football. Don't be that guy.
You know what? I actually thought I had it and didn't hit submit, man. My apologies, bro. I apologize, man.
I'm messing with you. Hey, we're on the same podcast. We ain't in person, but I still don't know where you live, actually. But we're gonna work on that.
Yeah, man. I got you, though. I got you, man. Damn, but yeah, we're gonna see, man. I got a challenge.
Everybody out there, it's coming down to the last couple of weeks. Who's gonna be in? Who's gonna be out? Some people that you want to pick up this past waiver joint, possibly. Jets backup running back. I think his name's Knight. He's back up there. James Robinson didn't play. Michael Carter got hurt. He could be a difference maker. Also, Pittsburgh Steelers, Benny Snell out there. Najee Harris had some abdominal injury. We don't know how serious it is, but if he's out, Benny Snell's gonna get that work. Anthony McFarland, deep horse down there too. So those are some guys at running back position that at running back position you always need in fantasy. Those are two guys to look out for. Pick them up if he's still out there even. You never know. Jordan Mason out there for 49ers. You got to take chances on these cats. Christian Watson was the guy you should have took a chance on a couple weeks ago because he's paying off.
Yeah.
So, now
what about Jordan Love?
Jordan Love. For those people with no quarterback, you might want to look at Jordan Love. Mike White out there. We talked about him earlier.
Yeah.
Got the keys to the city, you know, New York Jets style. If he's working,
I'm going with Sunshine.
Mike White, Sunshine. I like Trevor Lawrence myself too.
True. Damn, that's what's up. Yeah, man. It's coming down to the wire. A lot of players hurt. What you know about the young man Perkins from the Rams, who started for Matt Stafford. He didn't throw the ball a lot, but he looked like a dual threat quarterback. But he didn't get a lot of throws last week. So I guess he's stay away from him.
I think he's gonna start maybe one more game, possibly.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, he didn't do much for him last week, that's for sure. Because the Rams definitely did not win that game. Lost
Yeah, nah,
26
they didn't.
to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
So,
true.
but
True,
hey,
man.
yo,
Yeah.
for all the kids, people that tried out for basketball last week, hope you all made your squad. Did your boy make your squad?
Sure didn't. That's got
Oh no, he got cut.
he got cut, man. He
Oh,
got
that's
cut.
tough. That's tough. What year is he though?
Hey, he's a sophomore. So
Sophomore. Hey, Michael
next
Jordan got
year
cut
is
from his high school team. That's the story we
yeah,
all tell
nah.
each other, right?
Yeah, but we gotta be realistic with it though, too, man. You gotta want it, you gotta want it, man. You know
That-
what I'm saying? So
That's what it is.
I,
I
I
agree.
tell my son, man, it's no, you can use it. You can use it two ways. You can use it and give up, or you can use it as motivation. It's up to you, and we'll see. So hopefully next year, around this time, it'll be a better update. But yeah, this year was a little. Sometimes you got to go through that. You gotta go through the challenges and the pain to get to where you need to go. So it is what it is. Like you said, man, this stuff will humble you.
Yep.
So
Hey, that's the truth. That's what I try to tell. I help coach high school girls team as well, and we in a reboot year type thing. We was back to back Final Four in the States, and it's going back to square one this year kind of thing, where we started 4 or 5 years ago with the process. So hey,
yeah.
hey, like you said, you got to work hard. If you want it, you got to work harder. Every superstar athlete practice. That's where it all comes down to. Who's going to be better than you at practice? Got to
Yeah, I
get
mean,
there.
it's no excuse now. I mean, sports nowadays is for the most part is year round, especially basketball. It's not just like one season. It's not just fall or any summer. It's all year. So it's something that you got to constantly work on, something that you constantly got to get better on, and go out there, man. So
Hell yeah.
that's where we at with it, baby. That's where we at with it.
I wish him luck. I hope he's putting in that work. But hey,
Yeah, we're
we try
gonna
and do the
see.
same thing out here on this podcast. We try and put in work. We try and get better. We didn't get cut yet, so I think we're good so far. But you can find
We
us
good, man. We good, man. Just
613 Faye Productions. Find me at Twitter, at G Money Caveman. You search for us Apple, Spotify, Google, everything. Like I said, we're getting better. We're
yeah.
getting better. Where can we find you at?
Y'all can find me at J Jones on Twitter, Facebook, IG, TikTok. Holla at me, man. I love to, you know what I'm saying, interact. I'm trying to get on IG. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm on there more often, interacting with everybody, man. If I don't reply to you, it's not intentionally. I definitely get back to you. Just want to say to everybody who listens to us, I want to say, yeah, thank you. We appreciate the support. Everybody who interacts with us on Facebook, on social media, regardless, thank you. We appreciate it. Keep letting us know what we can get better at. Drop a comment, hit our Facebook page. Check our brothers out in the Four Corners of Wrestling podcast as well. Them brothers over there doing their things. King, Mel, Jay, Quavo, Marshall, Mike, all those guys, man. Check them out. And yeah. Oh, one other thing. Because we are in the DMV area, man. Shout out to Quince Orchard, man. They beat Flowers tonight for the Maryland 4A state title, man. So shout out to those guys over there. They got it done, Mo County. You know what I'm saying? So they won it today or tonight. They beat Flowers. So yeah, just wanted to shout that out as well.
Hell yeah. Hey, appreciate y'all out there.
And make
Peace.
sure y'all watch that Jackson State game too on
Oh yeah, they in the
ESPN.
championship.
Yeah, they in the championship. They got a championship game. Make sure.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about Deion. Oh man, look at this. I'm drinking water. What, this is Thursday night? Oh man. I apologize, y'all. We're repeating myself out here.
It's all right, man. Nah, I just looked at it. I was like, man, yeah. So make sure y'all watch that game. It's the SWAC title. They're going against Southern. If y'all don't remember, they played Southern back when College Game Day went to Jackson State on campus. Jackson State beat them 35-0, but this is for the championship. So it comes on ESPN2 at 4 p.m. Y'all make sure y'all check that out, man. It should be good. Jackson State won it last year. They looking to go do it again. So shout out to Coach Prime and all the young fellas at Jackson State this year, man. Go ahead, get that trophy, baby. Trophy, 12-0. So
True that. I'll pay my electricity bill next week, hopefully. Get this power back.
Maybe I put that 20 or to pay that submission fee, maybe get the lights on. Lights on, baby.
Anybody out there still got free money on FanDuel? Let's go. Keep betting.
Hey, man. We appreciate y'all out there, man. We see y'all next week. Close the door on their ass, baby.
Peace.